Thank you for choosing our Patio Heat channel. I'm Steve. We provide tips and information to extend the enjoyment of your patio project. Our videos give you a knowledgeable overview prior to investing in your outdoor heating equipment. Whether you are a professional or owner-builder, we provide specific details for optimum heat coverage for your application. Post a comment or question, or for developed visual designs, send your request into designs@patioheat.com. We're here to work with you. For over 30 years, patio heating is the bedrock of our business, expressing what works best. Now let's get heating. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions I have of this particular project. And so let's go right into that. 31 feet 10 and a quarter inch from this point here to this point here. I have a 14-foot depth from here to the wall over here. We have a ceiling height of about 12 feet off the finished floor, and also you can see that there's a fan in the center. We have 8 lights, can lights up here in the ceiling, and the seating, there's a fireplace over here, and we have a seating position basically that is 4 chairs over here and a dining table over here. They did mention there's going to be a barbecue section over here, maybe countertop. I'm not quite sure about that. But the main occupied spaces are going to be here and here in the center of the patio itself. I didn't get the true dimensions of the fan yet and the drop down rate. So I just placed this and we'll just take a couple of looks at what we can do to heat up these this space here mainly. The other thing I want to kind of mention is the ceiling joists, our rafter system, I'm assuming goes this direction with regards to the angle of the rooftop here. So that's just something to note, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put that back on and then look at the first thing they wanted to know is about placing flush mount units here. So let's go ahead and throw some flush mounts in here and just kind of quickly talk about that. So I placed a total of 4 flush mount units. Now I didn't open up the ceiling to place those flush mount units. I have them centered within the light fixtures that are existing, as well as centered within the light fixtures this way as well. But what I want you to see is the footprint of heat at 12 feet off the ground isn't ideal for the seating arrangement, as well as the fact that we need to make sure that we have the clearances below the heater. I'm going to go ahead and turn this ray off for a moment and just note that yes, we could move the heaters to closer to the center to get a better coverage for the space that's being occupied, specifically the dining table. And so that's 1 foot 4 inches, and we'll move this one over 1 foot 4 inches as well. And now if we put the footprint of heat down here again, you'll see that now the seating positions here at the table are fairly decent. Would you receive any heat here? Yes, you'll feel the some of the warmth of the output of the heater rays. However, it's still the height issue, so if you wanted to, you could drop the units down approximately 1.5 feet, I would say, at least. And that would be a good position for utilizing 4 of the 6,000 watt units. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, turn these heaters off for a moment, and look at a couple of other options. Here is just 2 units. This is something that they had mentioned that they would like to possibly use 2 units, and we're trying to heat up the seating positions, obviously. So if I was to place just 2 units here and drop them down, you'd have to come up with a mounting bracket on your own. You could use a chain from this point here straight to the ceiling and mount it that way, or you can just take these here, move the brackets up themselves, and then place an extension piece from here to here. That would be something else that you could do. But I have the heaters at roughly 10 foot off the finished floor, and let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat And the footprint of heat is going to look something like this, where the dining space here will be fairly decent. You know, would you receive the ray? Yeah, you're going to feel some of the warmth here. I do have, you know, some crossover rays here for about 1 foot roughly, which is pretty much ideal for the heaters to be placed a certain distance apart from each other. Let's go ahead and look at what that true distance I have is. I think it's around 9 feet is something in my memory. So we got 10 feet. So yeah, I would probably prefer, you know, roughly about 9 foot. So, you know, we probably have a few inches here and a few inches here. But in any case, I have them at 10 foot at this particular moment, and this would be the footprint of heat. So you would only receive the heater's warmth on these seating positions on the right hand side, not on the left hand side. But there is a fireplace, so maybe that would be enough to, you know, allow for additional warmth over there. Or, you know, maybe you could just place another unit. Let's see if I have this. Hold on 1 second. Sorry for the delay. Here we go. So, you know, placing another unit over here would be helpful for, you know, this seating arrangement as well. You know, obviously this would be heating up this space here as well as this space here. And yeah, you know, to heat up this table over here, you have to have something on this side in order to do that. So if you were to decide not to do that, you know, let's just take this unit out for a minute. I would put this unit more towards the center of, you know, the seating positions here, and then possibly leave this one here, but it wouldn't look the same. So, you know, probably want to move this over more towards the center. And again, it wouldn't really function well for the seating position of the table at all. So I'm going to put these all back to where I had them before, and we will take this one off for right now and look at another option. So the next option, let's see here. Oops, sorry about that. And we'll go with possibly using 4 units dropped down. Now, again, you'd have to come up with a mounting option for these brackets, because I do have these at about 10 foot off the finished floor. And I have these at a 15-degree angle towards the center. But again, you know, we're not really heating up the table area the greatest, but it is something that you would feel the warmth of. I mean, when you're sitting at a dining table, you're, you know, probably not as close as what I have the chairs in for, you know, just a normal position right now. But, you know, if I pushed one of the chairs back, let's say, let's just move it over slightly. Let's just go with 12 inches, you know, that would be, you would be in that ray of heat, you know, sitting over here. I have it centered within the span of these light fixtures here. You know, it'd probably be best to move it, you know, another maybe 6 inches to the center, but we, you know, it's trying to avoid the visual part of it with the light fixtures. So let's just go with, you know, I'm going to go 10 inches here. And you can see now, you know, we're really nicely covering the space over there, as well as if we went 10 inches with these. And obviously, you know, we're heating up some space that they're telling me that they're not really using for occupied space, but we have that issue with regards to the fan, as well as the placement of heaters in order to accommodate for that positions. So, and then obviously over here you can see that we're not covering the ends of the table here very well. That also might be another issue to think about as well. So that's another option. And I think that is about it for the plans. Oh, and last thing I wanted just to mention is I'm not quite sure about whether or not this is truly here, this wall. And I can eliminate that, and you can see that you know, now this is open space here. If it's open space, you do have air movement through here. Having that space enclosed like this would give you a little bit more protection, and with that extra protection, something like the flush mounts may be something that's decent. You know, having the 4 units in here, even though it's higher, but because you have, you know, basically a rooftop, ceiling, wall here, fireplace over here, you know, the air movement isn't as great. So a 6,000 watt unit at this elevation might be good for, you know, a good portion of that winter month period. So in any case, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube does not support our channel unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers.